about my facial hair?
We try not to, Anna.
This has a kind of old school spy game kind of feel to it. I feel like this could have been done in the 90s, but maybe not as much action. Do you have any faves? Like, what are your fave spy movies?
Spy movies?
Yeah, or like, you know, CIA.
Austin Powers?
That is a good one.
Take Austin Powers any day. If I get to play Foxy.
Growing up, I mean, anything with action in it, really. I just liked it, especially if it had action in the title, you know? Action Jackson,
Right.
Looney
I
Tunes
haven't
back
seen
in
that one.
action.
I like it. You're like more of a kind of comedy action kid.
Yeah, Last Action Hero. I did like it when they were, well, because they're, you know, it's pretty crazy, so it's fun to be able to acknowledge that.
Specifically, guys, there is a lot of facial hair going on in this movie. Did you guys go in with like an idea? Did you pitch it? Did you have any influences? Regé and Chris?
I was about to say, I feel this is directed in a specific
No,
direction.
look, I want to be
this
an equal
question.
opportunity to talk about your facial hair.
That's fair.
Can we talk about my facial hair?
We try not to, Anna.
No, you know, to be honest, the mustache was just, you know, he's a guy that I imagined to be a very exacting man who has a bit of a routine. And the facial hair was just something that I imagine every morning. He, you know, styles his hair, he trims the mustache, he, you know, makes his bed, he has his coffee. There's a routine to him, and so the mustache just seemed to fit.
My goatee is of the Stella Adler method, but Chris's mustache was like Meisner. So we were cool, and but our facial hair there's an energy to it on set, but like on camera, but off camera, it's a nightmare.
Are you, with the films you've got now, The Grey Man and Barbie, are you kind of like, oh, I just want to have a bit of fun? Like, I've done my dark bit, let me have a bit of fun now.
I kind of want to make movies right now that I would have loved when I was younger, the kind of movies that made me want to make movies, you know? So this was definitely that kind of a film. I mean, I loved action, so it was cool to make one. And, you know, I mean, Barbie, there's nothing like Barbie, but definitely if I had seen that when I was younger, it would make me want to make movies.
I feel like I've come Barbie themed. I'm like
I
North
appreciate
African
that.
Barbie. That's what I feel like.
Cool.
I am. I was like, do I wear, is that going to be triggering for Ryan Gosling if I wear pink?
No, I feel calmed by it and
There you
at
go.
home.
Are we all excited for the Barbie movie?
Incredibly
Yeah.
exciting.
Very much.
I'm so
We
Very
get to see
much.
what
Can't
this dye job was about.
So many more outfits to come.
My brother's in it, actually. My younger brother's in it.
Oh wow.
That's so cool.
Have you got all the deets then? You know what's going down.
Yeah, oh, I know everything.
Did you get any injuries? I feel like, I don't know, watching this I can imagine it's like a bit like Myrtle, where it's like I'm too old. But
Yeah.
like with this, it feels like you could have broken a few things.
Yes, it was like a lot of cuts and bruises and you know, that sort of thing, but no emotional scars.
No. Okay, good.
So
Happy with
that's
that.
a win.
Anna, you know, you've done Bond 25, which has a whole different sort of action sequence. Also, you got to wear far more comfortable clothes this time. What is the difference between doing something like that and this one where you've got so much more to do as well?
Well, the difference was the time I had to prepare, basically. And well, these are two completely different characters. Paloma was great, and the people really loved her, and she was so charming and so like candy. But in this one, I needed to start kind of like from zero again, like that military training, her background, her experience, and then also work in the CIA and the office and how intelligent she is, you know, all of that. So it was a long process of preparing for this and to just get there, you know, physically and feel strong and feel like I was in control. I knew what I was doing.
With Six, did you have a kind of idea how you wanted to portray him? Like any influences from, as you said, like, was there an Arnold Schwarzenegger Last Action Hero influence?
No, but I did like that there was like a way for it to be, you know, like not too serious and like that the character had, but also that it made sense with the character, you know, he has such a bleak existence. It's very, I mean, he's basically serving a death sentence, you know. They pull him out of prison and then they give him this choice between dying in prison or dying on the field. So he has a kind of you gotta laugh to keep from crying type of philosophy that I thought was, fun and probably realistic in some way.
It does look a bit like, oh God, why is this happening to me? Like, throughout it's like, how dare you? Like, I'm just trying to live my life and everyone's trying to get me. Like, can you just leave me alone? Like, you just seem so annoyed at everyone.
Yeah, he's pretty annoyed, yeah. He'd rather be a plumber he doesn't want to be in this movie.
It's important character building. One of my favorite moments in the movie from you is like in the middle of the fountain fight, there's just a moment to slick the hair back.
I love that. I love that too.
Well, I feel like yours is the glasses. Like, you have this like, oh, I'll take them off and I'm serious now. Like, I feel like that's a big thing with acting. Like, is it not? Like, it's like you have the glasses and it's like,
You got the full brunt of that like twice. Yeah, there's an element of that. I feel
I was sitting in that chair. I was thinking, what is he doing? He thinks he's been serious now.
Oh, yeah, I was going for comedy. Actually,
Is this your choice?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel Carmichael is. I'm gonna blame it on character work. There's little pieces of subtle emotional manipulation that he'll play into, and either of himself or others, and taking the glasses off or on, or kind of. I think his entire style palette is contrived. I think that's kind of part of it. He's challenging people to try and take the piss out of him, just so he can dismiss them as summarily as he does you.
Or kill them, maybe.
Or kill them. I mean, dismissal has meaning.
Did you do a full gaga where you kind of stayed in accent throughout the shoot to keep it? Because some British actors do that.
I did like a 3/4 gaga. I stay in accent on set. I kind of see it as my uniform for the day. So like front door to front door, I'll be in a version of the accent, and then I don't take it home.
You've been working together on this film. You've been doing the press tour. Is there anything surprising that you've learned about each other?
Surprising? I don't know. I mean, we're.
If we were doing Knives Out, I would tell you. But we're talking about Greyman, so nothing surprising.
Yeah. Ann and I are. This is our third movie, and so no, we're pretty familiar. Surprising? I don't know. Is there?
He's British.
Well,
Yeah, but these guys do their research. That wasn't a
It's not
surprise. That was only a surprise to the directors.
He dresses incredibly well, but that wasn't surprising. And every time I'm like, yeah, but another good outfit.
I was surprised at how
I wasn't-
incredibly approachable such esteemed actors could be. I was never intimidated in the wrong way on set.